Hey, everybody, welcome back to another exciting episode of the one and only, of course, Crash Course Podcast. Well, I think I've been away from the old Mikey Doo there for a little bit, so apologize for that. You know, a lot of exciting stuff going on the personal side of things for me. But psyched to be back behind the old microphone here. Hey, I got a lot of stuff to unpack today, all right? A lot of stuff, all right? A lot of good stuff that's pertinent to shit that goes on, right, with respect to you and I, all right, and the things that we interact with when it comes to auto body and insurance and paying bills and everything like that and money, right? Speaking of money, by the way, we're going to get bombastic here. What a word, man. I love that word, bombastic. Right? That's right up there with bloviating. Go look that one up, folks, all right? Bloviating and bombastic, all right? We like both, although I think bombastic's a lot more entertaining. Right? If I remember what that word means. I believe it is a lot more entertaining than bloviating. At any rate, so I hope everybody's gearing up for the old holiday there, St. Nick, or if you're celebrating the menorah. All right, same thing over there as well. I know all the crazies are starting, right, after Thanksgiving. That's the official beginning of the crazy season. And speaking of crazies, you know what's crazy to me? All the money that we spend overseas, folks, all right? I'm talking money. Remember I said I got a lot of shit to unpack? Well, let me tell you. Here we go, bombastic, man. I'm going bombastic, all right? I'm bombastic all over today. How about the fucking money? And we're not pulling any punches here, folks. I just saw an episode on, I think it was CBS News or something like that. I don't know, some show. It's not important. But Mick Fleetwood, you know, the big guru, the founder of Fleetwood Mac, all right? So he lives out there in Hawaii, and he had a big restaurant, fancy restaurant, right? It was called Fleetwood's. Had all kinds of vintage drum sets and cymbals and all kinds of memorabilia. The place was amazing. I'd never been there. I mean, I'm talking like I've been there. Never been there. Just a little qualify here. Never been there. I have friends that have been there, however, though, and they said it was an amazing place. Big stage. They had live music every night. Well, the place burned up. Fucking incinerated. Gone. That's it. Right? Now, the guy's got money, obviously, but he's upset. Right? So he takes the correspondence on a walk. Folks, this place looks like Hiroshima. I mean, if you didn't know better, if you were just dropped here yesterday and somebody showed you a picture of Hiroshima or Nagasaki and then they showed you a picture of Lahaina, Hawaii, you'd be like, holy shit, that's another shot of Hiroshima. But it's not. It's Hawaii. And last time I checked, Hawaii is a state. All right? Folks, they haven't done jack shit. Okay? I don't know if that pisses you off. That pisses me off, all right? And I don't care what kind of political stripes you're wearing, all right, or who you hate or who you don't hate. Folks, this is everybody, man. This is all of us, right? This is Americans. These are people out there that were just doing their thing. They got incinerated. I think they said 200 people, as far as they could count, were killed, right? Not to mention countless of people that are probably scarred for life, literally, right? And, and psychologically. I couldn't believe it, though. All these people, all this shit is still nothing. Nothing looks. I swear to God, it looks like. Check it out. Right? You can Google anything today. Looks like a damn Hiroshima setup. All right. So now, right now, you hear we're sending missiles and money to Israel and all kinds of shit. $60 billion to the Ukraine. Everybody's the Ukraine. The Ukraine. We got the Ukraine over in Hawaii. I mean, holy shit. I think those people were given like $750. I mean, what do they do with that? They can't even buy Hawaii? I mean, I've never been there, but again, I know people that have. $750, I don't even think that gets you weeks of food out there. I mean, it's crazy. This is like crazy shit, right? I think it is. You know, and I used to be one of those guys, you know, when I was growing up, you know, I was in college and everything. I'm more of a conservative type of guy. And, I was listen, we have to have the foreign aid. We have to have bullshit. I call bullshit. I hope everybody else out there is saying the same thing right now. I hope everybody else is like pounding the table and agreeing with me. Yeah, this guy. I mean, come on, man. Is it just me? Is this not absurd? I mean, if we're going to print fucking money, folks, let's just be honest here. If we're going to print money, then let's damn well spend it in our country. Right? Because printing money sucks. Right? We see the results of that all over the place. Try going to a restaurant. I went out to eat the other night. $54. I went to the deli to get a hot plate. $54. I almost fell over. $54? I'm like, what is this, Enron math here? It's crazy. Right? So we're printing money. Hey, let's print money for us. Last time I looked, $60 billion. We probably could have built two-family, 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom, gigantic, one-family homes over there in Lahana. God knows what we could have did in North Carolina and South Carolina. Georgia got wiped out. I mean, think of the fucking money. Folks, it's insane. If you're a young person, I'm an old father. I'm 62. Grew up in the 70s, 60s, late 60s, 70s. So obviously I have a little different perspective, but if you're young, this has got to kill you, man. It's got to kill you. I mean, this is bullshit. Pure bullshit, right? Think about it. You're busting your ass, right? I remember when I was 26, 25. I had my first house by the time I was 27, right? And I was fortunate. Houses didn't cost a lot. Everything's relative. I get it. It was probably relatively speaking. It was expensive for me back there. But, the point is that you could scrape a little together and get in there and then make it work, right? Today, you can't scrape anything together. Right? You scrape all day long, man, and you ain't got enough shit to even get in the door, let alone stay in the door. So, I mean, if I'm 27 today, 25, whatever the hell you are, and you're looking to try and do something, I mean, whether it's buy a house, a business, or anything. I mean, this is like absurd. I mean, I started looking at all this shit. I'm like, holy shit, all of the money. And then you look at these people, the ladies begging for a coal stove. Can I please have somebody give me a stove for the winter? Are you shitting me? I mean, really, man. Come on. All right? Use one of Joe Biden's lines. Come on, man. All right? God. I don't want to use anything of his. But, I mean, come on. I mean, really, and again, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who you are. Liberal, Democrat, in between, two heads, purple, yellow, whatever you are. It just shouldn't matter, folks. This is just pure bullshit. I mean, we are just getting, fleeced. It's just crazy. I mean, I think it's crazy nonsense. And like I said earlier, if they're going to print money, hey, man, if you're going to print money and you're going to fuck us and print money and devalue the currency and drive inflation up, hey, great, terrific. That sucks. All right? But if you're going to do it, then let's at least have that money stay here. Let us use the money. Don't send it overseas to Israel, to Ukraine, to this asshole and this one. I mean, are you shitting me? Come on. $60 billion? I suck at math, but I'm pretty sure that would have bought a lot of houses. All right, and I don't want to hear any of the economic gurus or anything that are probably rattling their sabers now. Oh, this guy's an idiot. You can't just give money away. No, last time I looked, that's what we're doing. And I don't want to hear the bullshit, well, they pay you back. They ain't paying us back. I'd love the Treasury Department to be honest. That's a joke, right? Open up the books and show us how much of that money we send all over, how much of that shit ever gets back to the United States. You know how much? Zero. That's how much. The Ukraine. They don't even have a freaking currency, and they're going to pay us back $60 billion? What a joke. It's really a joke, I tell you. Unbelievable. I just think that's that's the most insane thing. This foreign aid bullshit, sending money everywhere but here, and then you hear people scraping the bottom. I mean, we got veterans that can't even find a place to crash, right? I mean, you served your country, but that's it. There you go. Hey, good luck, man. Thanks a lot. Oh, you took a bullet for us? Hey, that sucks. All right. I hope everything works out for you. Oh, great. Thank you. Wonderful. You know what you get? I served. When you're in the military, you know what you get? You get a guaranteed hole in the ground. You get to get buried. All right. You can go to VA, but good luck with that. You might as well go see the witch doctor if that's the kind of health plan you want. All right. And then that's really it. Listen, if you make a career out of it, if you do 20, 30 years or what have you get a pension. You do get a pension. All right. And that's good. Right? If you did 30 years, you did a career, you get a pension. Terrific, right? I don't know what the pension is, but I mean, still better than nothing, right? But it's just ridiculous, man. I mean, this shit's got to change. It really does, and it doesn't matter who's in there. You get one asshole after the other. They all do the same thing. One politician is just like the other. I swear to God, they should all wear the same clothes when they go up to Washington. All of them. It's just ridiculous. So they just print money, write checks, but they don't do it to us. They don't give it to us, right? Medical costs going off the charts, right? I get told by my insurance company, you got a $6,000 deductible. Woo! I got to get hit by a truck before anybody's going to pay me. I mean, come on, what are we doing here? I mean, what the hell is going on, folks? We got to open our eyes and our ears, and we got to open our mouths and start using them for the right stuff. This is bullshit. All right? This is the fleecing of everybody. Okay? And then they look you straight in the eye and they say, oh, it's getting tough. Social Security's going broke. Everything's going broke. Well, you're doing it. And like I said, while we're going broke, how about you keep that shit here? And then maybe, here's an idea. Geez, if you give us the money and then Americans buy shit with it, like houses and cars and boats, or they create a job, or they create a business. Well, last time I checked, and I'm no economic, wizard of no here, but I mean, some of that's going to come back, right? Remember the old trickle-down thing? It's all bullshit, folks. It's all set up that way to fuck all of us. All right? Sorry about that, but that's the truth. Okay? It's just like the stock market. Right? You're in the stock market, right? I'm a stock market guy. I like to, buy stocks and stuff like that, ETFs and all this other shit. That's great. I love capitalism. Hurrah for capitalism. Without capitalism, God only knows where all of us would be. Right? We'd probably be living in a hut and eating mud pies or some shit. But again, it's all set up. It's all bullshit. I mean, now that I got involved in this stuff, I'm like, so you set up a Roth, and the government says, oh, okay, you could set up a Roth IRA, which is after-tax money. And I'm like, oh, this is great. Yeah, guess what? You can't put any more than $7,500 in, though. $7,500? Who made up that arbitrary rule? Did you vote on it? I didn't vote on that. Did they ask you? They didn't ask me. Right? I don't know. That don't sound good to me. It sound good to you? Probably not. So I get the $7,500, and even though I want to put more money in, no good. Now, why is that? Well, we all know why. Because the government wants to tax the shit out of you. And they're like, well, we're only going to let these people put $7,500 in there. I mean, what a fuck job. I was really, I tell you, man, that really twisted me, that one. You really start to appreciate how the big guns, the institutional investors, all these guys with all this fucking money, they're the ones that really turn the wheels. I'll tell you. Now, listen, this is not, again, I don't want anybody to misinterpret what I'm saying here. Okay? Capitalism all the way. Love it. All right? Capitalism is what's given us the probably the longest lifespans, the greatest quality of life, and all this other bullshit, okay? But the rules, folks, the rules, baby, all right? I don't know about you, but they didn't call me in when they were making the rules, right? They probably didn't call you in either, okay? But then they hand you the rule book, and they say, here you go, you got to play by the rules. Well, I didn't agree to these fucking rules, and I'm sure most of us out here wouldn't agree to these rules. But they don't ask. They don't give a shit. All right? Hey, speaking of not giving a shit, guess what else? The insurance companies. All right, here we go. All right? They don't give a shit either. And the latest tricks and chicanery they're doing is really amazing. I'm telling you, folks, it just gets worse and worse and worse. And I say this with a straight face, but I'm really concerned here because so many people just don't seem to give a rat's ass. And I don't know why. I don't know why. Do you know why? He doesn't know why either. It's, we pay so much money. I mean, I haven't had a claim in I don't know how long. My insurance has gone up 30%, right? So now things have gotten more expensive, right? Check it out. More expensive as far as repair costs, maintaining your car, right? Cost of a car, this, that, blah, 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 blah. So now the insurance company decides now's a good time to start figuring out what they don't want to pay for. You can't make this shit up, right? And I'm talking all of them. Allstate, State Farm, Geico, Progressive, all of them. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who you have anymore. You notice all the little friendly jangles went away, right? Like a good neighbor, and Allstate with the good hands, and Geico, the get-go, and all this bullshit, boy. Let me tell you, that's whew, talk about a whole happy horse shit that is, right? I remember, holy shit, back when I started in the industry back in the mid '80s, people would actually put stickers. Check it out. You were so proud of your insurance company. You'd have a bumper sticker, right? State Farm. You'd have Allstate sticker. USAA. They had the eagle. All the Nationwide, right? They had the stupid bird or whatever. We're on your side, this and that. And now, I mean, a bumper sticker? You got to be kidding me. I don't even think they even make any of that shit anymore, the companies, because they know that they're fucking everybody. They don't even bother making that anymore. They're like, nobody gives a shit about us. They're not going to want to. They're not going to want to free advertise for it, which is what they were doing, right? It's like free, it's branding. I get it's branding. But ain't going on today, right? I mean, I don't know about you. I'm not throwing no sticker on my insurance company on there. I'm like, oh, look at me. I got USAA. I don't give a shit. All right? Nobody does. All right? But what we do need to give a shit about is how they keep coming up with new ways. And remember what I always said, okay? If you followed me, you remember the old mantra here, right? Well, we got two mantras. Right? Kind of lied a little bit. But one of them, what mantras are what? Insurance companies do what? I've been saying this since I got on the air, since the radio program and now the podcast, folks. You need to understand that they do one thing very well. They look for ways to cut costs when, where, and often. All right? I've been saying this forever. And I know people wring their hands and they're probably, rolling their eyes right now. This fucking guy. Blah, blah. Folks, let me tell you, though, you need to be aware of this. Things are very, very expensive. It's very expensive. The cars that we drive today are not the cars that were driven 50 years ago, okay? Not happening. All right? Technology packages, materials, the paint, all right, the electronics, all this shit costs a lot of money. All right? Now, the insurance companies are very creative, okay? Follow me here. I just said, what do, right? They're very creative. So now, which again, is horse shit, right? Because things are getting more expensive, but they're finding ways to not pay for stuff. You can't make this up, okay? They don't want to pay to make sure that your car matches. All right? I'm not kidding, folks. And don't anybody shake their head, and say, I don't know about that. I'm telling you, remember, yours truly, full disclosure, I work in a body shop. I do this every day. I deal with this. All right? So this is real life. And, this is important stuff because I know a lot of people, listen, statistically, they say we get in an accident every 10 years, okay? Every 10 years. Now, I don't know what kind of accident, all right? Hopefully it's nothing major. But statistically, all of us will be involved in some kind of an accident. Fender bender, God forbid, a major collision, whatever it is. So sooner or later, what I'm saying is sooner or later, you will be involved in the system. All right? Just like they say with the criminal system. You are going to be involved in the insurance system. All right? Sooner or later, folks, you or somebody close to you, your friend, family, they are going to be involved. They're going to be in the system. All right? And the system is not set up to help you. All right? They tell you it is. All right? Just like, what did I say earlier when I started the program? Bombastic, right? About the government saying how they're going to help us. And this time, meanwhile, they fuck us, right? They print all this money, drive everything up, and then send it overseas. They don't even give it to us. Think about it. Print all the money, send it overseas, and then we get to pay for the result of that, which is inflation, all this other shit. Well, the insurance companies, same thing. All right? It's like a parody. That's why we started off the show with that, because it transitions right into this. All right? You got the insurance companies, which are constantly looking for ways to cut costs when, where, and often. All right? Things keep getting expensive, right? And what do? They look for ways to not pay for things. All right, so I mentioned the blending of adjacent panels. Right? So in other words, you get your car fixed, the front of the car, and they don't give a shit anymore if it matches. Now, folks, now stay with me here. If you have homeowners, all right, if you own a home, you have homeowners insurance, and God forbid you get involved in that. Holy shit, that's another hornet's nest. Woof. Anyway, yeah, so if you've ever been involved with that, I think we all know, right? What do they do to the house? Holy shit. They will put different color shingles on your house. Same with your roof. And they'll tell you with a straight face, well, we don't care. We can do it that way. So now let's get back to the auto industry, right? And what did I say about the system? I said the government, right, is a system. Well, guess what? This is a system. Right? We're in the government system. Now we're in the insurance system. Folks, sooner or later, you or someone you know is going to be in the system. Right? And this is not a system that's set up to work for you. Just like I explained earlier about how the government, screws us. This is another system that screws you. So if you get thrown into this system and you're really really not sure about what's going on, which most of us aren't, based on my experience at the body shop, you're going to get rolled, man. All right, you're going to get rolled, and there's no alternative. Thanks to good old Governor Cuomo in New York State, we no longer have an insurance department. I don't know if you knew that. We have no Department of Insurance. Zippo. Nothing. Totally dismantled it. So you really have no recourse. Yeah, you can file a complaint. In fact, if you go to collisionservicenetwork.com, collisionservicenetwork.com, all right, you can find a direct link that will take you there, and then you can find you can follow the prompts to go ahead and leave a state complaint. All right, good luck. I've been told that the only complaints that they're going to recognize are consumer complaints, so good luck to you. I don't know. There's probably one or two people that actually look at them, and then what happens after that, I can't tell you. I can tell you what used to happen. I don't know what the hell happens now. Probably not much of anything. All right, but I digress here. So the system, right? We're talking about the system. We had the government system fucking us, printing money, sending it overseas. We're all getting screwed. Right now we go into the insurance system. Folks, you're going to be in this. You're going to be involved in this. Trust me. I know you. If you're a young person, you're looking at me laughing, bullshit, blah, blah, blah. You will. You will, man. All right? It's just a fact of life. Every 10 years, we all get involved in some kind of fender bender. So you're going to be exposed to this system. And if you don't know what to expect, you know what's going on, all right, you're going to get rolled. Okay? You're going to get rolled. And then you're going to be throwing your hands up in the air and frustrated and, looking to beat somebody in the head. And, that's what happens. Okay? And they take advantage of that. So if you follow us here at Crash Course Podcast, hey, you're going to be the smartest person in the room. All right? And you're going to know what to do, right? So that if you get in the system, you're going to know what to do. And you know what you're going to do? You're going to go to V&J Auto Body. That's what you're going to do. That's right. V&J Auto Body. One of the largest production shops on Long Island, folks. All right? And if you find yourself in the system, right? Not a good system. It's not as bad as the criminal justice system, but it's getting there. All right? And they are criminals. Right? The insurance guys are criminals. As testified by one of my customers this week, but that's another. We'll save that for next episode. I'll tell you what happened to this poor bastard with his car. But at any rate, so you're in the system, right? If you're in the system, right, and you follow Crash Course, you're going to know exactly what to do. And what you're going to do is you're going to go to V&J Auto Body, right? V&J Auto Body. That's VandJCollision.com. You can go there. Look at our web pages. Look at everything that goes on. Remember, I work there, okay? Full disclosure. I'm one of the writers there. Go there. Go to the web page. All right, take a look. It's amazing, okay? We have amazing video there. We have I believe we still have a time-lapse photography of a very expensive Porsche from beginning to end of the production cycle, getting fixed. Really cool shit. There's a whoops, there goes the microphone. Even the microphone's trying to get away. There's a really cool virtual tour, all right? So go check it out. That's your thing. You like that? All right. But, again, if you find yourself in the system, you're going to pick up the phone. You're going to call V&J Auto Body, 631-226-0070. All right. Or you're going to give yours truly a call. Right. You can go to collisionservicenetwork.com. You can call me 631-452-2569. That's 631-452-2569. You're going to call me. All right. And if you find yourself in the system, you're going to call V&J Auto Body, or you can contact little old me. And V&J Auto Body is one of the largest production shops, folks, all right? All seriousness here. Here's the reason why you call them V&J. All right? You call them V&J Auto Body because V&J Auto Body has the professional office staff. Very, very important, folks. If you get in the system, you need to have a shop, all right, that's able to interact with the insurance companies effectively, all right, that are able to represent your interests and not their interests, and that's what they do. All right, the folks over at V&J, we have one of the most professional office staff, one of the most experienced office staffs. All right, myself and my partner, between us, have 40 years in the insurance industry. All right, 9.5, 10 years on the collision side. So we bring tremendous amount of experience to bear on the system. Remember what I said, the system. All right, but we're going to be there to work the system for you so you don't get rolled by the system. Hey, this is all coming together, huh? I love it. All right, you call V&J. All right, we'll get you all situated, folks. V&J Auto Body is a total holistic shop. What do I mean by that? There's nothing or nowhere you need to go or do. Everything gets taken care of in-house, and that involves up to and including delivery of your car, a rental car. You need a rental car, we come to you. You don't have to come to us. We'll actually deliver the car on a flatbed, pick up your demolished car, and bring it to our shop. The girls take care of everything. All right, all of the potential headaches get taken care of. So the only thing you have to worry about is recuperating, all right, relaxing, all right, and just going on with your life. Okay, going to work, and God forbid if you were injured, then taking care of that. all right, and not having to worry about this other stuff. Okay, V&J Auto Body is also one of the highest certified shops in Suffolk County, maybe even on Long Island, all right? And why is that important? Folks, come on. We all know what we're driving today, all right? We're not driving a 65 Ford or, a 71 Chevy Nova, all right? We're all driving basically computers on wheels, all right? Especially if you, listen up now. Hey, here we go, listen up. You driving a Tesla? You driving a Range Rover? Driving a Rivian? All right? Driving a Jaguar? Folks, come on. You can't just go to any body shop, folks. You need to understand what you're driving, right? If you're driving one of these vehicles, then I would hope you understand the investment you made. You need to continue that investment by going to V&J Auto Body. V&J Auto Body has the tools, the processes, the facility, all right, the highly educated and trained technicians, which have continuing education all year long, and the professional office staff and the capacity to not only repair these vehicles, but also to return them to pre-loss condition. What do I mean by that? That means everything is done in-house. And a lot of these cars require some very advanced technologies to get them back on the road. Right? And we have an entire technology center where we're able to do that and return your car to you. You don't have to worry about it being subletted out to Tricky Dick's Electronics or, Joe Blow's mechanical apparatus. Everything's holistically done in the house. All right? So it's very important, all right? It's very important. And we make sure that your interests are represented, not the interests of the insurance companies. All right, I think we're going to end it there. All right, I hope everybody got a little something out of it. I know I did. Gee, that's good. You're the host. At any rate, folks, listen, I want everybody to pay attention. We're going to have a really cool video on YouTube, all right? So stay tuned for that. All right, I'm really excited about that. We're going to bring you up to date on the new production facility. All right, we did a little of that earlier on when it was basically a shell. Now we're going to show you what it looks like. It's actually up and running. We got people working in there. It's fantastic. It's amazing. Folks, V&J Auto Body is light years ahead of the industry, and that's why if you're involved in an auto accident or you need auto body work, you need to go to V&J Auto Body. Hey, I'll catch everybody next time.